C News.
KOMO News Time, 9:04. Traffic every 10 minutes on the 4s from the Dubin Law Group Traffic Center. Here's the latest from Tamma Fulton.
The earlier crash we were watching at Tumwater on southbound 5 just before 93rd Avenue Southwest has been cleared and has left the roadway. There's still a trooper sitting there in the left lane, but that traffic is getting by just fine. We do have fire crews on the scene of an encampment fire in Seattle on Airport Way, just south of I-90 near South Holgate Street. They're partially blocking the roadway, so use caution and watch for slowing approaching the area. And just north of White Center, still watching a medical emergency on Southwest Henderson Street, just west of 21st Avenue, partially blocking with emergency crews on the scene. Our next KOMO traffic at 9:14.
Shannon O'Donnell with your KOMO forecast.
Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday night here in Western Washington. We've got overcast skies, some light rain falling. It's starting to look and smell like fall. As we head into Wednesday, still lingering showers at times, especially before the lunch hour, but then a little bit brighter and warmer by the afternoon. Highs back into the 60s to about 70. By the time we hit Thursday, we'll start clouding up late in the day, a sign of the rain to come in on Friday. Friday will bring the most significant soaking rain we've had since early to mid-June. At least a half inch expected for most of us throughout Friday, and several inches possible in parts of the Cascades and the Olympics from Friday into the weekend. In the KOMO Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell.
Right now, 65 degrees in Seattle.
Stay connected, stay informed. The news you need now on KOMO News 1000, FM 97.7.
The KOMO News Time, 9:06. Art Sanders' top local stories from the KOMO 24/7 News Center. There's a call for justice from the wife of a Maple Valley man after she says a teenager now under arrest intentionally hit her husband with a car. KOMO's Ryan Harris tells us what she wants from prosecutors.
Michelle Moore and her 53-year-old husband Greg would have celebrated their 30th anniversary this week. Now Moore says unless the 15-year-old who turned herself in last week faces justice,
my family and I won't ever really truly know peace. If she gets out in 6 years and can just live her life, that's going to be a real hard pill to swallow for us.
She wants prosecutors to charge the teen as an adult, but King County prosecutor spokesman Casey McNerthney says a juvenile court judge would have to decline jurisdiction, which would kick it up to adult court. McNerthney says they understand the family's pain and frustration.
We are charging this case asking for the highest possible penalty in juvenile court. We believe that we can prove this, but we know that that's not going to solve everyone's frustration with it.
McNerthney says they believe they have enough evidence to prove second-degree murder, but they'll amend the charges should new information come in. Ryan Harris, KOMO News.
Seattle police are investigating a robbery that took place at a club in the Chinatown International District last night. Happened at around 11 in the area of South Weller and 5th Avenue South. Witnesses tell officers 5 or 6 armed men walked in and demanded cash. We're told no one was hurt. Police are now trying to find surveillance video which may have captured the robbery. Washington's Attorney General says Governor Inslee's vaccine mandate for state workers is legal.
The governor's COVID-related proclamations and emergency powers have been challenged in court since the beginning of the pandemic.
Bob Ferguson says each one has been upheld and is confident this one will be as well. Several dozen state workers are suing in hopes of avoiding the shot. More than 4,300 state workers are seeking an exemption to Governor Jay Inslee's COVID-19 vaccine mandate. That's about 7% of the approximately 60,000 employees subject to the requirement. In August, the governor ordered state workers, school workers, and some healthcare employees to be vaccinated without a regular testing alternative. Workers must be fully vaccinated by October 18th or lose their jobs unless they have either a medical or religious exemption. City of Seattle marks a major milestone when it comes to testing for COVID-19. KOMO's Kelly Blyer reports.
Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan says the city has administered 1 million free COVID tests since the pandemic began. The University of Washington runs the locations in Aurora, Soto, Rainier Beach, and West Seattle. These sites have served more than 1 in 3 Seattle residents. With the Delta variant surging, the need for testing has increased recently in the state. The city is averaging nearly 3,000 tests a day as opposed to nearly 12 1,200 back in mid-July. Mayor Durkin says continued testing along with vaccinations and masks will help us reduce the spread of the Delta variant. Seattle continues to have the lowest cases, hospitalizations, and deaths of any major city in the country. Kelly Blyer, KOMO News.
Edmond's popular Oktoberfest will not be held next week. A spike in COVID cases is causing the Rotary Club of Edmonds to postpone the event. Rotary leaders say this decision was not made lightly, but they feared the family-friendly event would lead to even greater spread of the virus. Boeing picked up some additional jet orders last month while deliveries have stalled.
The company added a net of 23 orders in August, bringing this year's sales tally up to 280. But with production halted on the 787 Dreamliner, Boeing delivered only 22 airplanes, according to the Times. Rival Airbus, on the other hand, added nearly 100 orders in August, delivering 40 jets. Jeff Pogela, KOMO News.
KOMO News Time 9:10 from the Beacon Plumbing Sports Desk. Going on right now, T-Mobile Park, bottom of the fifth. The Mariners lead the Red Sox 2-1. And at Lumen Field, we're in the second half, and the Sounders lead the Santos Laguna team from Mexico 1-0. KOMO's Bill Schwartz says another NFL team will require COVID-19 vaccinations for fans to attend a home game.
The Buffalo Bills will join Las Vegas, New Orleans, and the Seattle Seahawks, requiring proof of COVID-19 vaccination or negative test for anybody over age 12 to attend home football games. Washington State and King County health guidelines also require fans to wear face coverings in all parts of Lumen Field starting Sunday when the Seahawks take on Tennessee. Coach Pete Carroll says even with protocol, it'll be great to have fans cheering in person again.
We take the responsibility. We've got to play well for the fans to be really crazy and at their best. But we're going to count on them now. We're excited to get in front of them. I think it's great for the whole area that we're back.
For NBA players, the scenario this season simple: get vaccinated or tested, and often. The league told its teams it's going ahead with a plan for those who are fully vaccinated against coronavirus will not need to submit to regular testing. Thursday, we expect to hear from Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred announcing Seattle gets to host the 2023 All-Star Game. Sports updates at 10:40 after the hour. Bill Schwartz, KOMO News.